Hey everyone, Michelle Claire here, and today I'd like to talk to you about how I do mediumship. It's a common question for me, and so I'm going to go over the steps with you, and you can try it for yourself. The first thing I always do is I pray that any information I receive for the person I'm reading for will come in light and love and for the highest good. And once I've done that, I know, and I have a deep knowing inside, that any information that comes through will only be to benefit that person. The next thing I do is I think of this kind of like a radio, an old-fashioned radio, if you will. You have to turn the dial to a certain station and tune in. So maybe you have one station where the angels are playing, one station where guides are playing, one station where loved ones are playing, and on and on. So I start tuning in to what I want to hear. And you need to think of it also like a radio in the sense that just because you're not listening to the FM station right now doesn't mean that it's not playing. So these are always playing. Our loved ones, our angels, our guides, on and on. These stations are always playing. It's a matter of tuning into them. The other thing about this is that everyone has the ability to be psychic, and you already are. It's just a matter of using it and practicing with it. It's like a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger it will get. So do know that you are all capable of doing this. Then the next thing that I will do is I will use my 5 senses, and I will also use my clairvoyant senses. So I will be able to have taste, smell, touch, sight, hearing in my mind as well as my body. And when our loved ones cross over, they don't all have the same abilities. So some of them might be really good at sending pictures, and others are good at saying words. Other ones are good at sending feelings, which I prefer feelings because they're very clear. And when I receive that information, it's as if you're looking at someone and you know exactly what they're about to say right before they say it. It's very much like that for me. So I'll know exactly what they're saying and be able to translate that very clearly. Sometimes I do feel like choked up if they say died of COPD, or I will have aches or pains or physically feel things in certain parts of my body that they will be having me feel that will pertain to their illness, their death, or just something so that their loved one can definitely connect that this is them. So I do that too. When I don't usually see them physically standing in front of me. Usually I'm seeing it in my mind, so it would be equivalent to me telling you to picture a football field right now. You see it? Even though you're not looking at it, you still see it, right? So that's kind of how I see in my mind's eye. Then the next thing I need to do is I have to remove myself from that situation. So if I am in there and I'm putting my feelings and my interpretations on things and not just clearly translating what I'm getting from the person, that I'm kind of coloring the reading, and it might not be accurate because what might mean one thing to me might mean something else completely different to the other person. So basically, after I go through and I tune in and I clear myself, take myself out of the equation, the next thing I need to do is be present, because spirit only communicates in the very most present moment possible. So I have to clear my mind of everything and literally sit in this moment to receive the information that is needed for the person that I'm reading for. And as I receive it in different ways, I will feel different things, hear different things, smell, taste, and feel like I'm touching different things actually, even depending on the message that they're trying to give me and what I need to translate it into for the person that I'm reading for. So this is kind of a rundown on what I do. It's basically everything I do. It's just the short version, but you can all try it, and I recommend that you do, because we all have the ability to be psychic and to communicate with our loved ones that crossed over. But like I said earlier, it's just a muscle, so you've got to strengthen it, and the stronger it gets, the better you'll be at it. Continue to be the light, and I hope you have a great day.